I bought a house last year with a driveway that looked like a Pollock painting. Oil stains in dark blotches, rust stains from lawn fertilizer spills, mysterious dark patches I couldn't identify, and a general grey-brown grime across the whole concrete surface. The previous owner must have parked a leaky car there for 20 years. A concrete resurfacing contractor came out, quoted me $2,300 to overlay the whole driveway. I called a pressure washing company. They said they'd charge $800 and maybe get a third of the stains out. I told everyone I'd think about it. Then I drove to the hardware store, bought $3 of a common household liquid, spent a Saturday working my way across the driveway, and by Sunday morning, that concrete looked like it had been poured last year. Not kidding. Let me tell you what I used, why it works so much better than pressure washing alone, and how you can clean concrete stains that commercial services give up on. Let's talk about concrete first. Concrete is porous, whether it looks that way or not. On a microscopic level, cured concrete is a maze of tiny interconnected pores. Anything liquid that touches the surface seeps into those pores and deposits whatever it carries. Oil drips become deep stains because the oil molecules bond to the concrete at a molecular level and penetrate several millimeters into the surface. Rust stains come from iron particles, whether from fertilizer, old metal, furniture, rusted tools, or plain dirt that oxidize inside the concrete pores. Organic stains from leaves, wood, and food produce tannins that soak in and set like dye. The reason most cleaning approaches fail on concrete is that they only work on the surface. Pressure washing blasts away loose grime, but any stain that's penetrated even a few millimeters into the pores survives the blast. Detergents and soap clean the top, but don't penetrate. Commercial concrete cleaners, most of which are acid-based, work better, but they're expensive and harsh. The cheap version that outperforms most commercial products is household hydrogen peroxide, combined with powdered dish detergent or oxygen bleach crystals. Specifically, for rust and iron stains, you use oxalic acid, which is also cheap. For oil stains, you use a degreaser like trisodium phosphate. For general grime and biological stains like mildew, you use a peroxide or bleach mixture. Each one targets a different type of stain. Knowing which one to use, where is the trick? Let me break this down by stain type, because concrete cleaning is almost always a multi-type problem. For oil and grease stains, the classic black spots from cars, lawn mowers, or spilled cooking oil, your tool is cat litter, combined with a strong degreaser like trisodium phosphate. Trisodium phosphate, sold as TSP, is a powdered detergent that cuts through grease like almost nothing else. A box runs about $5 at any hardware store. For fresh oil spills, sprinkle plain cat litter on the spot and press down with your foot or a broom. Let it sit overnight. The litter absorbs the oil out of the concrete. Sweep up the dirty litter, then scrub the remaining stain with TSP mixed with water, following the box directions. Rinse thoroughly. For old, deeply set oil stains, use a poultice method. Mix TSP into a paste with water and apply to the stain. Cover with plastic wrap, tape down the edges, and let it sit overnight. The poultice draws the oil back out of the concrete over several hours. Remove, scrub, rinse. For the worst stains, repeat. Each treatment pulls more oil out. For rust and iron stains, you need an acid. Oxalic acid is the best single solution. It's sold as wood deck cleaner or as rust stain remover. A box of pure oxalic acid powder runs about $10 and handles a lot of rust. Mix a cup of oxalic acid into a gallon of warm water. Apply to the stain. Let it sit for 15 to 30 minutes. Scrub with a stiff brush. Rinse thoroughly. Rust stains that have resisted everything else disappear with oxalic acid. For organic stains like leaf stains, moss, algae, and general biological discoloration, use a mixture of oxygen bleach and water. Oxygen bleach, which is sodium percarbonate, is sold under brand names like OxyClean. A tub runs about $10. It releases oxygen when mixed with water, oxidizing organic stains without the harshness of chlorine bleach. Mix a cup of oxygen bleach into a gallon of hot water. Pour or spray onto the stained areas. Let it sit for 15 to 30 minutes. Scrub with a stiff brush. Rinse. This also kills mold and mildew on concrete. For general deep cleaning, including faded, dingy-looking concrete that isn't stained in specific spots, but just looks dirty overall, mix a cup of oxygen bleach per gallon of water and scrub the whole surface. For really compacted grime, use a pressure washer to rinse afterward. Now, the important part, the process matters. Step 1. Start by sweeping the entire concrete surface thoroughly. Remove loose dirt, leaves, debris. Any loose material on the surface makes everything else less effective. Step 2. Pre-wet the concrete with a hose. Damp concrete accepts treatments, better than dry concrete because the water helps deliver the cleaning chemicals into the pores. Step 3. Treat the worst stains first. Oil stains with TSP, rust stains with oxalic acid, organic stains with oxygen bleach. Work section by section. Apply, wait, scrub, rinse before moving on. Step 4. After all spot treatments are done, do an overall cleaning with oxygen bleach solution over the entire surface. This pulls out background grime and evens the overall appearance. Step 5. Rinse thoroughly. Use a garden hose or pressure washer to wash the entire concrete clean. Let it dry completely. Step 6. If you want long-term protection, apply a concrete sealer. A gallon of acrylic concrete sealer runs about $30 and covers a large driveway. Applied with a roller or sprayer, it soaks into the concrete and prevents future stains from penetrating. The sealer is the difference between a driveway that looks clean today and one that stays clean for years. Total material cost for an average driveway. TSP, about $5. Oxalic acid, about $10. Oxygen bleach, about $10. Cat litter, about $3. Sealer, about $30. Total, under $60, and you'll have leftovers for next year's touch-ups. Compare that to $2,300 for resurfacing, or $800 for a professional cleaning that leaves a lot of stains behind. A few important safety and practical notes. These chemicals are real chemicals. Don't mix them together. Especially, do not mix oxalic acid with bleach or oxygen bleach, as that can produce harmful fumes. Do each type of stain one at a time, rinse thoroughly between, and you'll be safe. Wear gloves. Wear safety glasses. Work outside or in a very well-ventilated area. Protect any nearby landscaping or grass by wetting it down thoroughly before you start. The overspray from your treatments can damage plants if it soaks in undiluted. Watering the edges keeps treatments from concentrating on the soil. If your driveway is colored or stamped concrete, test your chemicals on a small hidden area first. Some colored concrete reacts to acids and can be lightened or damaged. For colored concrete, consider using oxygen bleach for all types of stains, as it's gentler, though less aggressive on deep oil and rust. If your concrete has severe damage, like flaking, pitting, or spalling, cleaning won't fix those structural issues. For surface deterioration, a concrete resurfacer product, which is a cement-based overlay you apply like paint, can restore the look. That's a separate project, but it's also much cheaper than full replacement. For garage floors, these same treatments work, but consider sealing with an epoxy coating after cleaning. Epoxy seals the concrete and protects against future oil drips indefinitely. One last tip. For future stain prevention, a tray of cat litter under where you park keeps drips off the concrete. And if you spill anything, clean it up as soon as possible. Fresh oil comes up easily. Oil that's been sitting for a year penetrates deep and takes a poultice to remove. The DIY approach to concrete cleaning isn't complicated, but it does take some sweat and an hour of reading the right chemicals to use. In exchange, you save thousands of dollars and end up with a driveway that looks genuinely new. Every neighbor who walks by will notice. And the satisfaction of standing on clean concrete that used to look like a disaster, knowing you did it yourself for $60, is something no contractor can sell you. Set aside a Saturday. Grab your ingredients. Start with the worst stain and work your way out. By Sunday evening, you'll be parked on a driveway that looks like it was poured last month. For the price of a dinner for two,